What is up, guys? My name is Scorch. Today I want to be showing off my little fire rate build that I've got going on here. I kind of wanted to showcase the Bratton Prime today. I just wanted to do it live. Yeah, this weapon to me is such a good all-round weapon. It's good for early game, good for it'll carry you through the whole game really well. And you can kind of former it as you go along and turn it into something really great. So my build today that I wanted to showcase is my fire rate build. Pretty simple stuff, Serration, Point Strike, both things most players will have. The harder ones to get here is going to be Vital Sense and Shred. So we'll start with Serration. I'm just going to be pulling up the wiki and listing off the first thing that I see, but the wiki will be linked down in the description if you want to see some more farms, and some more other ways of getting these mods. I'm just going to list the first one that comes up on the wiki, and we're going to go with that. So, for Serration, it is a defense mission called Dark Sector. This is a defense mission that can be found on Koba, on Earth. Next up is Point Strike, another fairly common one. This one can be found doing Cetus bounties, level 10 to 30 on stage 2. Obviously, this is on Plains of Eidolon. Moving on. Next up is Choir Rounds. This one can be done with any tier 2 defense mission on Jupiter, Europia, or Saturn. Again, more info down below. Next up is Infected Clip. This one is pretty simple. This one can be done doing a sabotage mission on a node called Nagler on Eris. Alright, so this is going to be the first tricky one of the bunch, Vital Sense. It's a crucial part of the build, and we're going to see that. But this one can be done doing a tier 2 defense, Jupiter, Europia, or Saturn. Keeping in mind there's only a 4.5% chance to drop for that one, so you might want to look into some other ways. Again, wiki down below. Alright, so Rifle Aptitude being a slightly more tricky one, this one looks like it only drops from enemies. Your best chances here are an Arid Butcher with 3%, Flame Blade at 3%, and a Frontier Butcher also at 3%. There's a bunch of other enemies that are also at 3% as well. Again, all going to be down in the description if you want to check any of this stuff out. Can't stress that enough, definitely go have a look. Alright, coming up next, Speed Trigger. This one, pretty simple, Cetus Bounty again, Plains of Eidolon, you know the drill. Alright, Shred is probably the hardest mod to get here, being that you have to do nightmare missions for it. It's gonna be a bit tricky, but it is so worth it. Also note that nightmare missions can only be done by taxi or completing a planet. Yes, so on the subject of Shred, nightmare missions you'll likely only be able to do via taxi, so you'll need a friend that, can do nightmare missions and taxi with them. Again, highly recommend it. This mod is super worth it. It's nothing game breaking to go and taxi on and do a nightmare mission with a friend. Yeah, super worth it. Can't recommend it enough. And then last but not least, Ammo Drum. We all know what it does. We all have one. If you don't have an Ammo Drum, what are you doing with your life? I'm not even going to elaborate further on that. And to showcase this build, we'll be hopping over to Azure on Uranus, so we can get some poly bundles and some plastids. So going to be a really good early game farm for you new guys out there. If anybody is a new player and hasn't tried the Bratton Prime yet, highly recommend it. Super fun weapon. I've been using it for my entire playthrough so far pretty much, and my chat can attest to that. Been having nothing but fun with it. I've put 5 former into it now, which obviously this is my highest formed weapon. And yeah, and the more you former it, the more it's going to be able to keep up with you as you progress through the game. At least up until New War and a little bit further. It may get a little obsolete down the line, but for the main quests and everything like that, it is just such a fun weapon, and I recommend it to all players. If you haven't tried it, try it. So I will make it clear for, any new players or any veteran players that are seeing me make this video on the Bratton Prime going, Bratton Prime? That's not really that great a weapon. Granted, there is a million other weapons in Warframe, and there are thousands of other weapons, obviously being, overdramatic here, but there are a lot of other weapons that are going to be better than the Bratton Prime. But that's not the point I'm trying to make. I'm just trying to say that it's a really good Prime weapon, and I think all new players should give it a crack. And if they're anything like me, then they'll enjoy it. And I've thoroughly enjoyed leveling up the Bratton Prime. I'm keen to put more former on it, and it's just a really fun weapon to use once you get all this fire rate stuff on it and get a bit of damage through it. It's really fun, in my opinion. And everybody may not agree with this. But anyway, let's go into the mission. Let's show off this build. I am going to be using mag purely because I want to have them all in a nice and neat little pile while I just spray them all down.
Life support is inbound.
So I want to get like a couple of them and just see how many we can like mow through. Because again, this isn't Steel Path or anything. This is still like early game stuff. But as you can see, like we shred. Like enemies, especially infected, are just not going to be a problem at all. So you just want to make sure you keep on top of like your shields and everything. Yeah. But yeah, literally just grab mag, or even grab Vault, just run around the world, and you'll just wreck.
Life support capsule to the area. Activating it will buy you more time.
The only real killer at the moment is the reload time. God Mag's new pull is disgusting. Oh yeah. It is absolutely disgusting and I love it. I'm gonna see if I can like train some and then really showcase how many enemies this thing can just shred through. See, like this build right now is just, it's super overkill for this. If you can have this build at this stage in the game, like if you can just smash out 5 Former and put it straight into a Bratton Prime, it will carry you through so many early game levels. Like it's just no problems. Alright, here we go. So we're gonna get a bit more people in now. Whoops. Come on, fellers. So you just go straight through them.
The raid is off to a successful start.
This gun with a bit more puncture would just be like perfect for this. And if you're someone like me who enjoys kind of like aim trainers and stuff like that, maybe you're like a FPS gamer at heart, this is really fun. Being able to like flick between targets and stuff.
Life support on the way.
Like I said, the only real killer is going to be the reload time. To be totally honest with you, Grub, like I literally just wanted to make like this showcase purely to like kind of describe how much fun the weapon is to me. I'm not trying to say that it's like the best weapon in the game or whatever. All I'm saying is it's a good weapon. I'm not saying it's the most viable thing. I'm not saying that there isn't a better option. I'm just saying it's a fun, easy to get your hand on weapon. Maybe there's better stuff out there, sure, but if you have this, you should give it a shot. See, I didn't know this, but infested have a passive resistance to viral damage. Oh, okay. So infested was definitely not the way to go for this demonstration.
I've delivered another life support capsule.
Man, that pull is nasty though. But yeah, not too bad for just, you know, getting an easy 20 minutes. On like early game survival missions. Even against infested, it'll still shred. You know, and I feel like I go for longer, especially if it was like just me and I was just vibing and I wasn't like streaming.
Life support on the way.
Let's see how long it takes to get this guy. Again, once you get through the shield, not really too much of a worry. Scorch is here exploring his love of a weapon for low-level player newbies. Yeah, pretty much. That's literally it. I haven't like done any of this sim cam stuff, so this will be fun. Okay. All right, pretty decent against level 45 Grineer. That's what we want. Yeah, I'd say it's kind of viable. I'd say it's kind of good. Anyway, that pretty much concludes this one. I don't really have anything else really to show off here, other than that few snippets of gameplay that you just saw. Yeah, try the build out. Let me know what you think. The Breton Prime seems to be... Some people love it, some people hate it, but I really quite like it and think you should give it a shot. And you can do cool stuff like that. So yeah, enjoy, and I will see you guys in the next one. Don't forget, on the 18th, we will be streaming for 24 hours, and during that stream, we will also be playing the new war, as well as some other little fun bits and pieces. But for now, I'm going to keep streaming and hang out with these guys in chat. So yeah, bye YouTube.